Hi, I am Professor Amitav Banerjee. I am an epidemiologist, ex-armed forces, and I have been a medical teacher for more than 40 years. I am Professor Emeritus presently, and today I'll be discussing whether modern medicine has become a bed of Procrustes. Procrustes, the bed of Procrustes. I was reading this book by Nassim Taleb, and I was just, I have to describe briefly what is the bed of Procrustes. It's a difficult to pronounce, but it is an ancient Greek mythology. Procrustes in Greek mythology was the cruel owner of a small estate. He had a small estate somewhere in Greece and he used to invite travelers for a lavish dinner. And after that, he used to take them to his bedroom where he had a rigid iron bed, and the, the purpose was that the bed was rigid, and he had used to make the traveler sleep in that bed. And if the traveler was tall, is not fitting the bed, he used to chop off the legs or the head to make everybody had to fit that bed. If the traveler was of small height, he used to stretch the traveler from both ends, and so that the traveler should fit the bed perfectly. This was the bed of Procrustes, and the Procrustes in, I think, Greeks means the stretcher. He used to stretch or he used to chop. So this book is full of certain aphorisms illustrating how in day-to-day life we are facing this paradox of bed of Procrustes that basically deals with the limitations of human knowledge. Everybody has got a certain amount of knowledge, not knowing that, and the ideas get fixed. And any situation or any person or any problem has to fit his or her limits of knowledge. That is, everybody carries a bed of Procrustes. And I was just thinking whether the present day medical environment, health environment, lot of similarities in this example of Procrustes, right from the moment a medical student enters medical school or medical college. The bed is already prepared beforehand by mostly medicine as a career is preferred not necessarily by the young people, but by their parents. The parents have already made up a bed of Procrustes for the child. The child has to enter the medical college, and somehow there are coaching classes to stretch the child. He or she may not be interested, but to stretch, no, you are interested, you have to do it. And the child has to be maybe under stress if that child doesn't have aptitude. There are so many instances of young people committing suicide in the quota, that is the coaching center where they are preparing them for a particular bed of Procrustes, which is the medical career. Some may be beyond the medical career, some may be interested beyond it, some may be limited. They have less. Their ambition may not be to become a doctor. They may have more modest ambition. But no, they have to be stressed to fit that. So right from the day one, there may be people, they are like some travelers may be fitting his bed also. So they are not chopped up, they are not stressed. Fair enough. But many may be taller than the bed, many may be shorter than the bed. Similarly, if a medical profession, many may be fitting in it. Good enough. Good for the person, good for the society, good for everyone. But everybody is not having that same. So this is from the beginning. Then you enter medicine, then you enter after MBBS, again there is a bed of Procrustes, another bed waiting for you to do your specialization. Because nowadays, everybody has to be a specialist. That is the environment has been created. Everybody has to go for an extra bed. Again, that iron bed. This person may be totally happy as a general practitioner, but no, he has to go and he will be stretched. Again, he will go to a much narrower bed because this bed is a little wider because you have got all branches of medicine, you know little about everything and a vast range. But when you go for specialization, your bed becomes smaller and more rigid. Then you go still smaller bed, super specialization. And once you have got a specialist, you have got a super specialist, you have become a super specialist, you get some more sophisticated investigations, sophisticated machines, sophisticated CAT scan, a lot of sophisticated, and those are again beds. The patient has to fit in that. So a patient may go with, had he gone to a general practice with a minor illness, he or she may be now directly going to a super specialist. She has got his own fixed idea, that is a narrow vision. And maybe he may diagnose correctly, but sometimes he may have a preformed idea of that bed of Procrustes. And since he has invested, the bed is already made. He has to recover the money also. So there will be a conflict of interest, which may not be deliberate dishonesty, but there is okay, this patient may require this extra investigation. So again, you are fitting into the bed of Procrustes. So this is I was just thinking it is also the same phenomena is also having in the public health. Public health they are every day they are declaring new pandemics. The WHO particularly, it is so once, and then they want to bring a pandemic treaty. That pandemic treaty will be another bed of Procrustes, because the pandemic treaty, one size fits all. The whole of humanity will be put in that one bed, whereas there is a lot of diversity, demographic diversity, disease behavior, geographical diversity, housing, population density, where the disease, how can one methods, one guidelines as envisaged in the pandemic treaty. Now they are going beyond that also. They are going for the One Health. One Health means even animal kingdom, environment, global warming, everything would be fitted in one straight jacket. And the guidelines will be made like the bed of Procrustes. So I was just thinking whether we have to admit that we cannot make a bed which will fit where everybody will fit. Particularly where humanity is concerned, there is a lot of diversity. Machines, okay. Car, you can fit all car. Same model, same size, same dimensions. All will fit in that whatever bed of Procrustes for automobiles. But human beings are diverse. There is vast variability. There is vast unpredictability. So you cannot have that bed of Procrustes approach in medicine. You have to some extent only, because the science demands some laws. So to some extent, but you should not forget the art of medicine, where there is no such beds. In the art of medicine, each patient is examined according by the physician, who keeps an open mind, who may know that this patient may not fit the bed. It may be some outlier, or some unique treatment may be required. So therein lies the art of medicine. But increasingly with rigid technologies and advanced technologies, which are making more and more rigid, we are going towards the bed of Procrustean in medicine. This requires introspection and this requires thought. Thank you. I have only this to convey. Thank you so much.